thinking about getting a Cane Corso or an Akita.
Bold choices.
They are.
Yeah.
These are powerful breeds with some big personalities to match.
Absolutely.
We are diving deep today,
Yeah.
beyond those big dog basics to see what really sets them apart.
Definitely. And trust me, we have got a stack of sources here.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, a podcast comparing the breeds, some in-depth articles.
Cool.
There's a lot more to these dogs than meets the eye.
Exactly. Our mission today isn't just to, give you facts.
Right.
It's to equip you to ask the right questions.
Absolutely.
Because choosing a dog is a huge commitment.
Huge.
So we are focusing on finding the right fit for your lifestyle and experience.
And that starts with getting past those initial assumptions.
Okay.
We know both breeds are big,
Yeah.
but did you know Akitas can hit 130 pounds?
Whoa. Seriously.
Right?
I'm picturing that on a leash.
Oh, yeah.
That's some serious power walking
For sure.
right there.
And while their height difference is slight, those few extra inches can make a difference
Yeah.
if you are living in a smaller space.
Good point.
Yeah.
But space is one thing.
Uh-huh.
Personality is a whole other beast.
It is.
Cane Corsos are known for being more affectionate.
Yes.
They've got a higher friendliness rating overall.
Right. They're often described as cuddly giants, which sounds adorable, but don't be fooled.
Okay.
These dogs are still incredibly powerful.
So that begs the question.
Yeah.
What about Akitas?
Yeah.
They are considered more aloof.
Mm-hmm.
What does that actually mean in terms of their personality?
Yeah, their friendliness score is definitely lower.
Okay.
And that's where experience comes in.
Okay.
It's not that they are unfriendly,
Right.
but they are independent and selective
Get
about
there.
who they bond with.
Yeah.
An experienced owner will appreciate that discerning nature.
So it's less about them being cuddly with everyone
Right.
and more about forming those deep bonds
Yeah,
with their chosen few.
exactly.
I like that.
Now, you might think that aloofness means lower energy,
Okay.
but that's not always the case with these dogs.
Because Cane Corsos,
Yes.
on the other hand, have high to very high exercise needs.
Yes, they do.
We're talking daily runs, not just casual strolls.
Exactly. This is where lifestyle comes into play.
Yeah.
Are you ready to commit to that kind of exercise routine for your dog?
That's a big question
It is.
for potential owners.
Yeah.
But does an Akita's independent nature
Mm-hmm.
maybe translate to them being okay with a bit less intense exercise?
You are on the right track.
Okay.
Akitas still need a good amount of activity,
Okay.
but they might be content with less social play and fewer marathon runs.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So their personality actually ties into their exercise needs,
It does.
which then ties back to your lifestyle.
Exactly.
This is getting complex.
It is. That's why we're here.
Yeah.
Now let's talk training.
Okay.
Both breeds are intelligent, but that doesn't mean they're pushovers.
Right. I've heard Cane Corsos are trainable,
Mm-hmm.
but need a firm and consistent hand.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Their intelligence is above average,
Okay.
but their command following is average.
Gotcha.
This means they can learn,
Yeah.
but you can't slack off on the training.
Right.
Yeah.
Consistency is key.
Yes.
Which makes me think about Akitas.
Uh-huh.
Remember that independent streak?
Oh,
How
yeah.
does that impact their training?
Well, they are actually rated below average
Wow.
when it comes to following commands.
Okay.
This isn't about them being dumb.
Right.
It's about that independent spirit.
Okay.
You need experience and patience to earn their respect and get them to listen.
So we're sensing a theme here.
Yes,
Experience matters.
definitely.
These aren't ideal breeds for first-time owners
Right.
who might not know how to handle that headstrong nature.
Exactly. And it's not just about training.
Okay.
Their lifespan and potential health concerns
Right.
should be on your radar too.
Right. Both breeds have similar lifespans, around 10 to 12 years.
Which is sadly a bit shorter than some other large breeds.
Yeah.
And both are prone to hip dysplasia.
Oh, right.
So responsible breeding and good vet care are essential from day one.
And on top of that, there are breed-specific health concerns to consider.
Yeah.
I know Cane Corsos have a risk of bloat.
Mm-hmm.
What's really important for potential owners to know about this condition?
Bloat, or gastric dilatation volvulus, GDV, to get technical, is a life-threatening condition where the stomach twists,
wow.
cutting off blood supply.
Oh, no.
This is an emergency situation, and understanding the early symptoms and preventative measures is crucial.
Wow, that's serious stuff.
It is.
It makes you realize this isn't just about finding a cute dog.
Right.
It's about being prepared
Yes.
for the responsibility of their health.
Absolutely. And speaking of responsibility,
Okay.
Akitas come with their own health concern.
Oh,
Progressive retinal atrophy,
okay.
which can lead to blindness.
That's heartbreaking.
It is, however,
Yeah.
responsible breeders are very aware of this
Okay.
and screen for it.
Gotcha.
This is why finding the right breeder is non-negotiable
Yeah.
with these breeds.
Okay, so we have got personality, energy training, health.
Yeah,
It's a lot to process, but I feel like we are just scratching the surface.
we are.
Yeah.
And there's one more major factor we need to tackle.
Okay.
How these breeds fit into a family dynamic.
Right, because that gentle giant image doesn't automatically mean a dog is good with kids or other pets.
Exactly. Cane Corsos are considered more adaptable
Okay.
to different living situations
Gotcha.
and tend to be more child-friendly.
Yeah.
And this is a big but.
Okay.
No dog is 100% safe around kids without supervision,
All right.
especially powerful breeds like these.
Yeah, for sure.
Now, with Akitas, their loyalty is legendary,
Okay.
but there's a reason why they are recommended for homes without small children
Wow.
or other pets.
Really? Why is that?
It's not about them being inherently mean. It's about their temperament and what can trigger them.
Right.
They have a strong prey drive and can be protective,
Gotcha.
which can be a dangerous combination around small children
Right.
or animals.
Okay, so this is starting to paint a clearer picture.
It is.
These are complex breeds.
They are?
And choosing one isn't just about how cute they look.
Exactly. We're starting to see why experience and research are so important here.
How do those traits actually play out in real-world situations?
Ooh, good question.
I'm dying to hear some real-life examples.
I've got some fascinating stories lined up
Yeah.
that really highlight the unique personalities and challenges that come with these breeds.
Cool.
But I think that deserves its own segment.
Ooh.
Shall we take a deep breath and come back to it?
Let's do it. I need a minute to process all this information anyway.
Good idea. We've covered a lot of ground, and there's a lot more to unpack when it comes to Cane Corsos versus Akitas. Stay tuned for part 2.
I will. All right, I am back and ready for more.
Awesome.
We just laid out some serious groundwork.
Yeah.
About Cane Corsos and Akitas,
We did.
their personalities, energy levels, health concerns. It's a lot to take in.
It is, but you were handling it like a champ.
Thanks.
Remember, the goal here is to equip you with the knowledge to make an informed decision,
Right.
not to overwhelm you.
Exactly. Which is why I'm so excited to hear those real-world stories you mentioned.
Yes.
It's one thing to read about traits.
Right.
It's another to hear how they play out in actual families.
You are so right. Facts are great, but stories are what makes things stick.
Cool.
And I found a particularly captivating one
Okay.
about a Cane Corso's protective instincts.
Ooh, that's getting right to the heart of
Yeah.
what makes these breeds so unique.
For sure.
Tell me more.
So this owner was describing a situation where their Cane Corso perceived a threat to the family,
Okay.
even though there wasn't any real danger.
Oh.
Imagine their surprise when their dog went on high alert
Yep.
over something completely harmless.
That must have been a bit jarring, to say the least.
Oh,
I mean, it's amazing that the dog was so ready to protect
yes.
their family.
Yeah.
But it also highlights the importance of training and managing those instincts.
Precisely. It's a powerful reminder that even with the best training,
Yeah.
these dogs have centuries of breeding behind them.
Right.
Their protective instincts are deeply ingrained.
So what happened?
Yeah.
Did the owner just have to accept that their dog might overreact sometimes?
Not at all.
Okay.
They worked diligently with a professional trainer
Okay.
to teach their Cane Corso to discern real threats from harmless situations.
Wow. So they were able to kind of refine those protective instincts.
Exactly.
That's reassuring for potential owners.
Absolutely. It emphasizes the importance of socialization, too.
Yeah.
Exposing a Cane Corso to a variety of places and situations
Right.
from puppyhood can make a huge difference.
Right. So they learned that not every new person
Yes.
or loud noise is a threat.
Exactly.
That makes a lot of sense.
Mm.
But I am curious, did you find any stories that highlight the Akita's unique personality?
Oh, you bet. I stumbled upon this amazing blog post
Cool.
by an Akita owner
Okay.
who described their dog's affection in a way I had never heard before.
Okay. I am all ears. How do you even describe Akita affection?
Right.
I thought they were all about that stoic, independent vibe.
This owner described it as a quiet, almost stoic kind of love.
Interesting.
It wasn't the typical bouncy in-your-face affection
Yeah.
you might get from other breeds.
So not exactly a cuddle monster then.
Not in the traditional sense.
Okay.
The owner said their dog would just sit quietly next to them, lean against their leg, or follow them around the house.
Okay.
Subtle but powerful.
That's so sweet. It's like they are saying, I'm here for you.
Yes.
Even if I don't shout it from the rooftops.
Exactly. And this owner really learned to appreciate those subtle expressions of love and loyalty.
It's a good reminder that even within the same breed,
Yeah.
every dog is an individual.
Yes.
Their personalities can be so nuanced.
Absolutely. And it's our responsibility as owners to learn to read those nuances and appreciate them for what they are.
This is all reminding me that we briefly touched on the history of these breeds earlier.
Uh-huh.
I know Cane Corsos have Roman roots,
Right.
and Akitas are from Japan.
Yeah.
But how does that history actually impact modern-day ownership?
That's such a great question.
Yeah.
It's easy to overlook the historical context,
Right.
but it can offer incredible insight into their behavior and needs today.
Yeah.
Let's start with the Cane Corso.
Okay.
We're talking about dogs that were bred for war.
Wait, seriously. War dogs. It is.
That's intense.
They were also used for guarding property and hunting large game like wild boar.
Wow.
These dogs have a serious history of strength protection and a high prey drive.
Wow. So that protective instinct we talked about earlier,
Yeah.
it's literally woven into their DNA.
Exactly. Even their name, Cane Corso,
Okay.
comes from the Latin cohors,
Interesting.
meaning protector or guardian.
So it's no surprise they are naturally inclined to guard their family and territory.
That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
So how does an Akita's Japanese heritage translate to their modern temperament?
Mm-hmm.
Were they war dogs too?
Not quite.
Okay.
Akitas were originally bred as hunting dogs in the mountainous regions of Japan.
Okay.
They're used to track and hunt large game, including bears, deer,
Okay.
and you guessed it, wild boar.
All boar seems to be the common enemy here.
Right. But unlike Cane Corsos,
Okay.
Akitas also held a special place as companions to royalty and the ruling class.
Interesting.
They were seen as symbols of good health, happiness, and long life.
Wow.
So they have this fascinating duality of strength and nobility.
That's so cool. It's like they embody the spirit of the samurai,
Uh-huh.
fierce and loyal.
Yes.
So how does all of this ancient history play out in the 21st century?
Yeah.
Does it really impact how we interact with these breeds today?
Absolutely. Both Cane Corsos and Akitas are strong-willed and independent by nature,
Okay.
thanks to their working heritage.
Right.
They were bred to work independently and make decisions on their own,
Okay.
which means they're not always eager to please like some other breeds.
So you're saying that eager to please golden retriever personality
Right.
isn't something you'll necessarily find
Yeah.
in a Cane Corso or an Akita?
Exactly. And while they can be incredibly loving and loyal companions, they need an owner who is firm, consistent, and confident.
Okay.
They need someone who can earn their respect and trust.
Right.
And that takes time, patience, and a deep understanding of their unique needs.
It sounds like you really need to establish yourself as the pack leader with these breeds.
Yes, you do.
Is that a fair assessment?
Absolutely. You can't just be a friend, you have to be a leader.
Gotcha.
These dogs need clear boundaries and consistent guidance.
Okay.
Otherwise, you could end up with a bored, frustrated, and potentially destructive dog.
Right.
And we all know how much damage a large, powerful breed can do when they are not properly managed.
That's a sobering thought.
Yeah.
So are you saying that someone who's never owned a dog before
Mm-hmm.
should just steer clear of these breeds?
I wouldn't say steer clear entirely,
Okay.
but it's crucial to be brutally honest with yourself about your experience level and commitment.
Yeah.
Owning a Cane Corso or an Akita is a huge responsibility.
Right.
They are not for the faint of heart or for someone looking for a casual, low-maintenance companion.
It sounds like they need an owner who's willing to put in the time and effort
Yes.
to train them properly
Yes.
and provide them with the physical and mental stimulation they crave.
Right. They need more than just walks around the block and belly rubs.
Yeah.
They need engagement challenges and a purpose.
Gotcha.
And that's where things can get really interesting for the right owner.
Okay. I'm intrigued. What do you mean by interesting?
Well, think about it. These dogs were bred to work, to protect, to hunt.
Yeah.
They thrive on having a job to do.
So you are saying that if you channel that energy and intelligence correctly,
Yes.
you can unlock their full potential.
Exactly, whether it's advanced obedience training, agility courses, scent work, or even therapy work.
Wow.
There are so many ways to tap into their natural abilities and give them a sense of purpose.
That's amazing. It's like you are not just getting a pet,
Mm-hmm.
you are getting a partner in crime, a teammate.
You could say that, but it's not all fun and games.
Okay.
There are some serious legal considerations that come with owning a powerful breed like a Cane Corso or an Akita.
Oh, right. I remember you mentioning something about legal issues earlier.
Yes.
What exactly are we talking about here?
Well, owning a powerful breed comes with certain legal responsibilities.
Okay.
In many places, there are specific laws and regulations that apply to certain breeds,
Right.
and these can vary widely depending on where you live.
So what kind of laws are we talking about?
Yeah.
What should potential owners be aware of?
One of the most controversial issues is breed-specific legislation, or BSL.
And what is that exactly?
Mhm.
I've heard the term, but I'm not entirely sure what it means.
It's basically a set of laws that target certain breeds,
Okay.
often based on misconceptions about their temperament.
So these laws might restrict ownership of certain breeds.
Yes.
Like Cane Corsos or Akitas,
Uh-huh.
based solely on their breed and not their individual behavior.
Exactly. They might require owners to have special licenses, insurance, or even muzzle their dogs in public,
Wow.
regardless of whether the dog has ever shown any aggression.
That's intense.
Yeah.
I can see how that would be frustrating for responsible owners
Right.
who have well-behaved dogs.
It is. And it's something that every potential owner needs to be aware of.
Yeah.
It's crucial to research the laws in your specific area
Right.
before bringing a Cane Corso or an Akita into your home.
Because the last thing you want is to bring home your dream dog,
Right.
only to find out that it's against the law to own them in your city or town.
Exactly. It's heartbreaking for both the dog and the owner, so research is key.
Okay, research noted.
Yeah,
But it sounds like it goes beyond just the legal stuff.
it does.
It's about being a responsible dog owner in general.
Right. You are absolutely right. Owning a powerful breed comes with a certain level of responsibility
Oh.
to your community and to the dog itself.
Yeah,
It's about understanding that your dog's actions have consequences,
right.
and it's your job to minimize any risks.
It's about more than just following the law.
Yeah.
It's about being a good neighbor and a responsible pet owner.
Mm-hmm.
It's about making sure your dog is well-trained, well-socialized, and always under control, especially in public.
Precisely. It's about understanding that you are an ambassador for your breed,
Right.
and your dog's behavior reflects on all Cane Corsos or Akitas.
It's a lot of pressure.
It is, but it's also incredibly rewarding.
Yeah,
When you take the time to train, socialize, and understand your powerful breed,
right.
you are not just creating a well-behaved dog,
Yeah.
you are creating a true partner and companion.
That makes all the effort worthwhile.
It does.
But there's one thing we haven't talked about yet.
What's that?
Finding the right breeder. Where do you even begin with that?
Ah, that's the million-dollar question.
It is.
Finding a reputable breeder is crucial.
Yeah,
Especially when dealing with powerful breeds like Cane Corsos and Akitas.
because their temperament and health can vary so much
Yes.
depending on their lineage and upbringing, right?
Exactly. A responsible breeder will prioritize the health and well-being of their dogs above all else.
Oh,
They'll be transparent about their breeding practices, their dog's health history, and their temperaments.
That's true.
They'll be happy to answer all your questions,
Yeah.
no matter how silly you might think they are.
So it's all about finding a breeder who's ethical, knowledgeable, and genuinely cares about their dogs.
Yes.
But how do you actually find these breeders? Where do you even start looking?
That's a great question, and it deserves its own segment.
Okay.
We have covered so much ground already,
Yeah, we have.
and I don't want to rush this crucial part.
Okay.
Let's take a quick break and come back to it in part 3. All right.
Perfect. I need a moment to process all this information anyway. Plus, you have got me on the edge of my seat wondering how to find those ethical breeders. All right, we are back and ready for the final piece of the puzzle.
Yes, we are.
We've covered so much ground already,
I know.
from personality training, health concerns,
Mm-hmm.
legal stuff.
Yeah,
We even dove into those fascinating real-life stories.
absolutely.
But now it's time to tackle the big question,
The big one.
finding a responsible breeder.
Yes, it's not just about finding any breeder, it's about finding one that aligns with your values.
Because with these breeds especially, that puppy's early environment can make all the difference.
Oh, absolutely. A good breeder is like an artist.
Okay,
They carefully shape the temperament and health of their dogs from day one.
so where do we find these master breeders?
Well, first of all, I wouldn't just randomly Google Cane Corso or Akita breeders.
Okay, good to know.
A much better starting point is to connect with those reputable breed clubs.
Oh, you mean like the Cane Corso Association of America?
Exactly. And for Akitas, you've got the Akita Club of America.
Okay, perfect. So we start there.
Yes. Those organizations have a ton of information and can often connect you with breeders in your area.
Perfect. So
Yeah.
We've got our starting point.
Yes.
But what are we actually looking for when we are vetting these breeders?
Transparency is key.
Okay.
A good breeder will be happy to answer all your questions
Okay.
about their dogs, their breeding practices, everything.
So no question is off limits.
Exactly. They should be open and honest about every aspect of their program.
So if they seem hesitant or get defensive, that's a red flag.
Huge red flag. A responsible breeder will be proud to share their knowledge and their passion with you.
Gotcha. So transparency checked.
Yes.
What else should we have on our breeder checklist?
Well, they should be more than happy to meet with you in person
Okay.
and let you interact with their dog.
And not just the puppies, right?
Right. You want to meet the parents, too.
Okay. To get a feel for their temperament.
Exactly. It's like getting a glimpse into your puppy's potential future.
I like that it's like meeting the in-laws before you say I do.
Haha, exactly. You want to make sure it's a good fit all around.
Okay, so we've got transparency, in-person visits, meeting the parents.
Mm-hmm.
Anything else?
A responsible breeder will be selective about who they sell their puppies to.
Okay, so they're not just trying to make a quick buck.
Absolutely. They want to make sure their dogs go to loving homes.
Okay, so be prepared to answer some questions yourself.
Oh, definitely. They'll want to know about your lifestyle, your experience with dogs,
Yeah.
your commitment to training.
So it's a two-way street.
It is. They want to make sure you are the right fit for their puppy just as much as you want to make sure the puppy is right for you.
This is making me realize that finding a responsible breeder is a serious undertaking.
It is, but it's so worth it when you find the right one.
Because you're not just getting a dog.
Right.
You're getting a lifelong partner and a valuable resource.
Exactly. A good breeder will be there to support you every step of the way.
So no need to rush the process.
Definitely take your time, do your research, ask those tough questions, and trust your gut.
This has been an incredible deep dive.
It has.
I feel so much more equipped to navigate the world of Cane Corsos and Akitas.
That's what we like to hear.
So what's the ultimate takeaway here?
I think the biggest takeaway is that responsible dog ownership starts long before you bring your puppy home.
Yeah, it starts with choosing the right breed,
Absolutely.
finding a responsible breeder,
Yep.
and being prepared for the commitment that comes with welcoming a powerful dog into your life.
Beautifully said. And remember, there's no perfect dog, but there's a perfect dog for you.
So do your research, trust your instincts, and most importantly,
What's that?
open your heart to the incredible journey of dog ownership.
I love it on that note. That's a wrap for our deep dive into the world of Cane Corsos and Akitas.
We hope you enjoyed it.
And until next time, happy dog hunting.